Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Today I'm going to show how I make my no-bake lemonade cheesecake. I've been making this cheesecake for years and everyone seems to love it. When my nephew has a birthday, this is what he requests instead of a cake, and my daughter loves it. And I made one last weekend for my grandmother's birthday party along with the cake and everything, and it got gone. And my cousin sent me a text message and asked could I make her a cheesecake for this weekend. And I said, you know, which one do you want? And she said, check your Snapchat, I sent you a picture. And it was the picture of the cheesecake that I made at Mama's party. And wherever I go and we need to bring something, this is what I get asked to make. And it's so simple to make. And since my cousin wanted one, my daughter asked if I would make one for her too. So real quick, I just wanted to tell these ingredients. I got all of this at Aldi. And I only paid $7 and some change for all of this. And I didn't think that was bad at all. And the other two ingredients calls for a little bit of milk, and then I use a drink mix. Now I'm not being paid to advertise this, but this is the brand that I use. And I have before made it with Kool-Aid and lemon juice, but this is just better. And so and right now Kroger in their mega event has these on sale again. Usually in coupon, and the sales and the coupons usually repeat like every 6 weeks. So I always stock up when they have their mega event. These are in there and it will last until the next mega event. So these are 0.14 ounces in this little pack. So I use 2 per cheesecake. And if you just want to make one cheesecake, just cut everything in half. So if you just want to make one, just use 1 brick of 8 ounces of cream cheese softened, 2 packages of the 0.14 ounce lemonade drink mix, and then 2 tubs of your whipped topping. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to double it. And I didn't know that today was National Cheesecake Day until my friend Madison, she has a channel, and I'm going to link her cheesecake recipe that she made today. It was a crustless cheesecake, and it looked so good. So I'm going to link her recipe, and she's the one that said it was National Cheesecake Day, and I thought, well, what a coincidence, because I was making this anyway today. And I thought I would share. So I'm going to quit babbling and get busy. So first step, you want to bring your cream cheese to room temperature. Make sure it's good and soft. Alright, I have my 2 8-ounce bricks of softened cream cheese in here. And I did put mine in the microwave, not under high power, under about 40% power for a few seconds. So now I'm going to just blend this up, make sure it's good and creamed before we get to the next step. Now in the description box below, I will put the recipe for just 1 instead of 2. Because if you're just making 1, you just need 1 brick of cream cheese. Now if I was making 1, I would add 1/4 cup of milk. But since I'm making 2, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup. And then our packages of our lemonade. And then mix this up until well blended. At first it's gonna mix and it's gonna look like cottage cheese, and you're gonna think, oh, this ain't gonna ever come together, but it will. Just keep mixing it. I don't know if you can see this, but this is what I mean. It'll look like it's curdling and breaking apart, but just keep blending it. It'll blend together. I'm going to scrape down the bowl and continue mixing for a little bit. Now this is the part where I taste it to make sure I have enough of the lemon flavoring in here. You can always add more, but just remember you're going to be adding some sweet whipped topping to it, so it will bring the tartness level down just a little bit. But I already know last week I added 2 packages and it was just right. Alright, and you want to make sure that this is blended real good. There's no little lumps from the cheesecake, the cream cheese or anything. So now we're going to add, this tub is an 8-ounce tub. That's what you will need for 1 cheesecake. And you can make this, use like the, what's it called? The last fat of the cream cheese and the whipped topping. And use skim milk if you want to make it that way. Oop. That flew right out of my hands. My hands are acting up today, and when they do, I can't hold on to things real good. And now I'm just going to use my mixer to blend this together. Then once that's mixed together, then I am going to still mix it just a little bit by hand. And you can even taste it now to see if it's good and tart enough for you. You don't want to make it real tart where you can't eat it.
Want to get more tart in the fridge?
Yeah, after it sets. And remember, this is, like my daughter said, it's going to set for a while. Should have got a bigger bowl while I was mixing it, but it was flying everywhere. Now, I don't really like the crust. I like crust, but not with this. Sometimes if I just want some, I'll just make it without the crust. But
That's nice.
my daughter loves the crust. And now my nephew, when I made this for his birthday, he'll say don't use the crust. So at Mom's last Saturday, when I saw him, he made sure everybody done got what they wanted. And then he was just toting the pie shell like this and eating it. And telling me how good it was. But then I saw my daughter walk by with a big old plate full of crust. He gave her the crust because he didn't want it. One time I had a 31 party, and I made this without the crust, and I just told everyone it was a lemon mousse. And you can even make this and put it in a pretty little serving bowl and let it chill, and then put graham crackers around it and use it as a dip. That's kind of what I did for my party after I told them it was a lemon mousse. I had crackers and cookies sitting around it, just used it as a dip too. Alright, look how creamy and smooth this is. Now to put it in my pie shells. And you can make your homemade pie shells. But like I said, I bought all of this at Aldi. You know, for $7 and some change. That wasn't bad at all to make 2 pies. Now you don't really need a full 8-ounce tub to top it with, the whipped topping to top it with. I could have probably got by with just buying 3 tubs for the 2 pies. But my son really loves the whipped topping. He'll just, the leftover, he'll just eat it with a spoon. And I have some pudding that I made. And now you just want to top them with a little bit of whipped topping. You can use the whole 8-ounce container, but really it only needs about half. You don't want a lot, you just want the perfect bite. You get a little bit of whipped topping and a little bit of the lemon cheesecake. I'm licking the spatula and my daughter's eating what's left in the tub. So we have an extra whole tub of whipped topping because you don't want to put the whole 8 ounces on there. You just want about 4 ounces of it. So just save the other and make some pudding or something. But, or be like my kids and we'll just eat it out of the carton. So cover this and put it in the refrigerator for several hours. This gets better as it sets for a little bit, but let it set for at least 4 hours, and then enjoy and keep it refrigerated. So here's my easy no bake lemonade cheesecake, and or my lemon cheesecake pie, and I hope you enjoy. It's very good.